Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the first day of the Vault Grind. So of course we are on day one of the good old Vault event weekend with still the entire weekend left to go as far as stuff to go and farm. Rest of today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I'll stream every single day at our normal time and go for a little bit. I'll still be doing it during the day as well. But main goal is Blackhawk. Blackhawk, we have had at everything for 30 star except for the gold elite levels. We need to go get 8 of them upgraded, and I want to try to do that throughout the weekend. So we're going to be focusing a little bit more on Explorer for once. Just kind of spamming out Explorer for 12 during a lot of this weekend. Obviously still doing daily, still doing at least one Palooza every single day. But it's definitely going to be a bit of an Explore 12 focus so that we can go get all the medals we need to go and upgrade Blackhawk so we can get our permanent +1 attack bonus, which of course not a lot, but you know, adds up. But there's no way I could actually check that it gives us a 1 attack bonus. But I assure you, it gives us a permanent +1 attack bonus once we get it to level 30 there, which, you know, that adds up. Attack a little bit harder to get. Magic definitely the hardest, so we already did all the Magic Kingdoms except for the one we need a few more purples on. But yeah, now we can start moving to attack. But anyways, yeah, let's go clear everything. I think I'm still using Dust Devil team from earlier. We are the good old Ironhawk Dust Devil. Oh yeah, was there anything good for Soulforge? No, I think that was a couple weeks ago that we had Ironhawk, wasn't it? I don't think that was recently. Well, it was recently, but it's not this week. Not this week recent, but it was like somewhat recent. If I could ever click on the troop tab. But yeah, that wasn't this week. This week was Obsidious. But a couple weeks ago, I think we had Ironhawk in there. So if you picked up your Ironhawks, you're good to go for this Vault weekend. But anyways. No, not Explore 1. Let me go to... What was I going to go do? Let me go clear out dailies first. So we don't have to worry about that. Actually, let me go do the other little thing. Because we do need to go do some of that for the other dailies. So let me go do that right now. You can see what stat is on the book upgrade screen. Can you? I always just checked it through the star system or level system. Because I have the level system max right now. It's like, whoops, I can't. But anyways, hello everyone. Hello Tyrion. Hello Bill. Hello Stacy. Hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, Tyrion, did you want to do that soon? Because I could do that whenever, just let me know. But yeah, the Switch 2 came out yesterday, didn't it? I didn't bother getting one yet. I'm kind of holding off. Aside from its price, there's just nothing really on it at the moment. Like, unless you're playing Mario Kart, what are you really playing on the Switch 2 at the moment? Like, does it even have any other games? And all the games that are coming up, like, soonish for it aren't really too interesting to me. I think one of the ones that is coming up that might be, I'm pretty sure it's still releasing on Switch 1 as well. So you don't even need to get it on Switch 2. Because, yeah, doesn't Pokemon ZA also come out on Switch 1, or is it a Switch 2 exclusive? Because I probably would want to try to get it by then. But it's not until, like, November or December. We got, like, half a year. So I'm not really in a rush to get one. So thank you, Chad, for the $5 tip and continued support. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Hope you've been having a wonderful weekend. Gosh, I need to drink some water. Couldn't even finish that sentence. Thank you so much, Chad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The first token of many. We're going to need a ton of these today. Yeah, the new Donkey Kong game does look pretty cool. I don't think I would actually play it, though. That's one of those in the category I'd rather see a playthrough of it than actually play it. The one thing that did come out yesterday that I have not looked up any spoilers for whatsoever, that I think I might stream next week, is Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. I believe just launched yesterday. And I have avoided every single possible spoiler and will continue to until I finally play it. But yeah, I'll probably do that sometime early next week. I believe that just dropped yesterday at the same time as the Switch launch. Alright, after this set, we'll go clear all the dailies. And then we'll probably throw a Palooza and then probably just spend the rest of the time in Explore 12. I want to try to rack up as many tokens as we can this weekend. As I ideally do not want to leave this weekend without Blackhawk being upgraded. Alright, we got it out of the way. Let's go to... What do we still need? We did that. Let's go get our green thingy. Where is the team? Where is it? Daily quick kill. There it is. Yeah, the same thing happened with the Switch 1 as well. I didn't bother getting a Switch 1 until, like, Smash Ultimate came out, like, a year or two after. And same with the Switch 2. I was kind of waiting till more games come out for it. Because right now it has a very, very, like, non-existent library. Hello, Anderson! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Alright, that's out of the way. Dailies, check. Campaign, check. Also, final 2 weeks for campaign as well. Does the guild need help with this event? They do. Oh, we actually needed quite a bit of help. I mean, not a lot, because then they start scaling a lot lower here. Today is Friday. Yeah, we might have to buy 1 extra tier. Then we need Hamachi doing some battles as well. Come on, Terry, we need your help. But, yeah, we should get there. I might have to buy 1 extra tier just in case, though. Yeah, that's something I need to do when I get a Switch 2. I need to remember what my account name even is. I completely forget what my Nintendo account username and password is. Which I'll definitely need to set up to Switch 2. Actually, I forget that for my Apple account too. Because I ended up making it like at the place. Because my family ended up getting like some big family plan. So instead of being on an Android, I was finally on an iPhone. But because of that, I basically just made the account there and I didn't bother remembering it. So I have not the slightest clue what it is. Since the few times I've needed it, it just had autofill on. So I don't have the slightest clue what the username or password even is for it. Did anyone test Gems of War on Switch 2? I'm not sure. I assume it should be fine. Or have 20,000 bugs. Because that's another thing they're going to need a patch. Is it even available on Switch 2 yet? Because it could just be that they haven't populated it there yet. I'm not sure. Because I have no way to check. Yeah, Gems of War shouldn't really run any better on Switch 2, though. Or I wouldn't think it would. Like, the Switch 1 might be bad hardware-wise, but it could definitely handle Gems of War. At most, it would maybe make your load times a bit better. Because I'm pretty sure when I was on Switch 1, I had, like, a double load screen. Because normally it goes so quick that you get it before the single load screen even goes. Because there's the default amount of time that it'll always do, regardless of how quickly you load in. But if it ever loads more than twice, that means you're loading in pretty slowly. Like, if this bar fills up twice, then you're loading in very slow. Maybe not very slow, but definitely slower than what could be loaded in. And another Switch 1 did that quite a bit. Where it would take like a double or triple bar to load in. Even off the same internet connection. Because I have a wired connection up to my Switch, so it should be as good as the PC, in theory. It's just the hardware is so much slower. Scarlet and Violet's visual upgrade looks amazing. I haven't actually seen anything on Switch 2 yet. I haven't even looked up gameplay for, Mario Kart yet. Because to some degree, I don't want to be spoiled on what all the maps are before I end up playing them for the first time. So I haven't looked up pretty much anything with Switch 2. I know it came out yesterday, I just haven't really bothered looking up anything. I said, hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, come on. Top 3, top 3, top 3. It's either top 3 or guess the door. Oh, we got top 3. Oh, yeah. Where's my redeem code section? Here you guys go. Oh, we got the top 3. Here you guys go. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, yeah. I finally got the codes for this month, by the way. Jetto ended up sending them the other day. Sometime earlier this week for June. I forgot what the special code was. Oh, I remember what it was. It's one of the old sharks for Shark Week. Is Shark Week even in this month? I don't think it is. I'll probably hand out the code for, probably 2 Mondays from now. Because that's the day after Father's Day. Because we're probably not streaming on Father's Day itself. So I'll probably do it on that day, because I believe it's Guild War Week, isn't it? Oh wait, that's actually kind of convenient. That's also Guild War Week. So on the first day of Guild War Week, before Guild Wars actually starts, yeah, we'll hand out a code. So that'll be the 16th, I believe. Because I believe Father's Day is on the 15th. And this is right in between both of them. Father's Day and the start of the Guild Wars. So yeah, we'll do that on Monday the 16th then. We'll have the Shark Week pet. I'm not sure which one it is. But it's one of the old sharks that they handed out at one point. Or did they ever hand out multiple? I don't remember. Yeah, Shark Week's in July, not June. But she gave me the code for it this month. Yeah, there we go. Perfect Underspire, or Underworld, or Dungeon. I'll eventually set it right with game mode. Too many names of game modes. That is a perfect dungeon right there. Is there only one shark? Okay, well, it's the one shark then. I always thought there was a couple of them. I guess they only ever did one. $120 Dragonite. Okay, I'm not gonna bother doing the guess the door for this, but I'm gonna still go with 4. It doesn't matter now because we already got our perfect. Boo, we didn't get true perfect. It was 6. Yeah, we got the little 20 thingy though. But we still got our 120 Dragonite. It doesn't matter if you ruined the perfect afterwards, you still get it. We're actually up to 7,000 now too. Actually, our Dragonite's almost about to pass our curse runes again. The main thing that made it dip under was, of course, the flower dragons. But, yeah, it's going to pass it within the next, who knows, maybe this weekend if we grind Vault Event weekend enough. Speaking of which, we are starting from 0 keys, that one we ended up getting from something already. That's not the pity key, though. I don't think I accidentally claimed it yet. Anyways, under Spire, I'm just going to buy the torches for now. I'm not going to bother doing the battles right now. But it's the same goblin team as what you would use for the other thing. So it's pretty straightforward. You just infinite loop goblin. It's a very, very free under Spire. We're going through the entire thing. Yeah, we're working on it. Getting there. Alright, nothing I need to do here other than use some of the XP boosters. Probably just use one of them tonight, since we're going to be doing it every day this week anyways. Or this weekend. Alright, let's go do the final daily, and then we'll just go and Vault grind like crazy. Go throw a Palooza, go throw a bunch of Explore 12, go from there. But I think the only daily left then is PvP. So I can still do one more buff, and then we'll have to do a double buff tomorrow. And what was it yesterday? Wait, did I forget to do it? No, I did it. It's Elementalist and, I think Taurus? Yeah, Elementalist and Taurus. Both of them with double stats, which could be kind of annoying. But yeah, that's not too bad, though. Elementalist should be pretty free. Taurus is quite a bit more annoying. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, that's funny. I forgot. I switched the team because of the video earlier today. Oh, yeah, we covered a video earlier today on the new Mythic. I almost forgot about it because it was so bad. And also because my sleep schedule has been all over the place. But, yeah, earlier today... we ended up covering a video on the new Mythic that came out today. It is pretty bad, though. It is not good, unfortunately. It is very, very not good. Ironically, Sharkia was the first pet the devs started sending monthly because you kept pestering Genki. That's kind of funny. Honestly, I should go ask her about some specifically. Because I never actually told her for a specific pet. So it just kind of hands them out. I've never, like, asked on a given month, hey, can we get this pet for this month? I don't know, if we were to do, like, literally any pet in the game that's cosmetic, what one would you guys want to see? If we had, like, the option to put, like, any pet in the code. Like, any one pet. Because I've never bothered asking her, I probably could. Probably not every month, but at least, like, a few times a year. Because I already have them all, so... Pets mean kind of nothing to us in that sense. Because the only ones I'm missing are all the ones you need to get, like, level 5 or whatever it is on your Immortal. But these are just all the Immortal pets. I have every pet in the game that isn't an Immortal pet. And at this point, I pretty much have all the Immortal pets, too. I'm only missing 7 of them. And the main reason for that is I don't buy the PvP passes. If we did, we'd probably have them all. But we could be patient, just wait a little while. We'll have them pretty soon. What am I looking for? Did I finish the magic thingy? No. Wait, I didn't even start the magic thingy. Wait, what am I doing then? Wait, was I doing, like, the middle? I'm so confused. What was I just doing? Wait, was I doing center? Oh, I think I pasted the team and then started battling, but I meant to go grab the magic bonus. Whoops. I see what happened. I copy-pasted the team over, but then proceeded to keep doing normal battles instead of doing the battle I actually need to do. Whoops. Yeah, I ended up showing a dwarf team for the thing. Wait, did everyone else not mention that it was dwarf? Honestly, that seems like one of his more useful aspects. Because it's really good for next Guild War. Like, if you lack every other dwarf mythic, he's not horrible. Like, he's bad. But he might be the best thing you have. Like, the one team we showed for him that we'll mention again on the Guild War week, it's really good at not losing. Like, it's going to be such a slow win, but it's going to be pretty consistent. As it has so much backup plan for resummoning. While also getting a really quick start. It's just his damage is so low. Because it gives up its turn every time it does any amount of damage. But a lot of dwarves do that in general, so that's kind of more so a dwarf issue than anything. Almost every dwarf with any amount of damage ends its turn upon doing its ability. Like, even the really, really good one. Oh, actually, no, I think he does have a good vert. The one really, really good one, which is the one I'm probably going to be using for it, is, what's his name? What am I looking for? Troop type dwarf. This guy right here. The Ghost King Grimhorn. He converts all yellows into Doom Skulls while having a double true damage poke. While also having backup Doomstorm. But yeah, he's really good for damage. And I believe he's the highest damaging dwarf in the entire game. While also having extra turn, while also having skull spam. While also having a pretty solid true damage poke. But it's by far the best damage you can get. I guess one issue with that is Entangle and everything. But you're allowed to run Wand of Stars, so that kind of bypasses Entangle and everything. Unless you get like Curse Entangled or something. But even then you just have to cast it twice. Yeah, High Forge is basically required. Maybe not 4 times of him. That's a little overkill. You can run double, though. You get a little bit less for bonus, but you can run Gimlet, Wand of Stars into double High Forge. You do get quite a bit less team bonus for it, but it is an option. But I do believe you get better value from running High Forge plus the new Mythic, rather than running double High Forge. But if you're not going for the new Mythic, then that would definitely be fine to run. The only thing you're really sacrificing is a lot of defense from the team bonus. because it would only be 3 times for both rather than 4 times. And by that I mean Dwarf and Keyzil. It would only be 3 times 3 times instead of 4 times 4 times. The only thing you're really getting from that is a lot of durability though. But you know, durability can make you like survive a hit, so it's still useful. Especially in Guild War where you're more likely to die. Alright, so this was the team I ran yesterday for this. Wanda Stars, Flower Dragon, Daughter of Yasmin with the Green Storm, and Mirage Queen to get it going, as well as the Skull Convert near the end. Because you create a bunch of green and then you can convert it into Doom Skull to finish out the last enemy. Yes, hello Rob! Welcome, welcome. But you ran this for the Quick Kill Elementalist build. Oddly enough, you could also run this for Guild War minus Wanda Stars for a Elemental Defend. Actually, that's something I need to make sure I grab. I wasn't able to grab it last time because I was a little bit late on the defense. But I need to grab the Elemental because I'm not sure if everyone in my guild is doing it. But if you have a green layout, make sure you let the people that have Flower Dragon grab Elemental. Because Flower Dragon does not get replaced like Stellarex and Wanda Stars does. So if you build a Flower Dragon with like Essence of Evil, you kind of just auto-win. Like Essence of Evil, something, Flower Dragon, something. For your 4 times Elemental team. Obviously Mirage Queen being one of those. Like, it's really strong. Like, basically the team we're running now, but with Essence of Evil in first slot. Very, very strong. Oh wait, what did Tyrion say? You did forget Slayer class is also Dwarf. Oh no, does Slayer class really help it though? It's not really skull-oriented. I felt like Rune Priest is a lot better because it's a lot more bulky. And the whole point in that team is to not die. Slayer is only really useful if you're using in first slot. And the team comp I was showing wants to keep Wanda Stars alive if it can. Because Slayer dies really quickly. It has a lot of offensive skull damage, but it has nothing to survive with. It's really great at quick killing, but really bad for Guild Wars. At least compared to Rune Priest. As the whole point of the class is to win quickly, not to win consistently. So it's great for like Explore 12 and stuff like that. It used to even be the meta to run Slayer for it. Though now casting with the dragons is way stronger. But back when like Zolgoth Slayer was a meta, that was pretty common. Running Slayer on your hero so you could one-shot everything in Explore 12. Because not only does it get triple damage burning, but it also gets enrage every cast it does, or every poke it does. Because not only does it get extra turn enrage, it also gets enrage on kill. Basically meaning it keeps perpetual enrage forever. Which is as strong as it sounds. But it has no way of surviving at all. Doesn't get barrier on brown, doesn't have any score reduction at all. Doesn't have anything to survive with. Yeah, the only time you would really run Slayer is if you're running it with that one Mythic. The one that has like the Doom Skull Convert. I still feel like that's a little risky to do though. Oops, wrong color. Why did I think that was brown to green? That's not what I wanted. If you'd ever give me a turn, we could easily win. Okay, good. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the question. Did you see the Deep Delve trick to farm guaranteed gnomes and up the chances of versus? Oh, no, I haven't. Wait, can you just keep going in and out of a battle to get a gnome there? Wait, how does that work? No, I'm not aware of it. I know the last time there was something with gnome manipulation, they ended up patching out the game. I don't think they did any rollback for it, though. Salty was mad at me for sharing it, though. Even though it was known by almost like everyone in the game at the time. And of course, Salty's not around anymore. But no, I'm not aware of the one for Deep Delves. I know that there's a guaranteed gnome on every Deep Delve. I haven't really looked into the mechanics of it much because I haven't really bothered doing it much. Because I pretty much just ignore the daily. Probably shouldn't though. It's basically one free gnome every week. It's not that crazy broken? Okay, so we probably don't need to mess with it then. What do I even want for this? This says AoE, but it hits like 0 damage. How has this thing not been buffed yet? This thing needs a 5-1, and even then, I'm not sure you'd barely ever use it. The fact he has a 10-1 is crazy bad damage. I never bother upgrading this guy. Start a deep delve. You get a guaranteed gnome room during Palooza time. As you can now, you get more verse gnomes. You get more verse gnomes. Start a deep delve. You get a guaranteed gnome room. During Palooza time, you get more verse gnomes. Does that really affect it at all? That doesn't seem worth it. Especially to use Palooza time on it. Because it's not like you get that many per day. Like, if you don't spend anything, you only get one per day. As far as a deep delve. Okay, I have no clue what team I want to go run. I know we get 50% mana star off the troop, as well as our hero class. The problem is the power options here are so bad. It's literally just like feed with Soothsayer. I'm just gonna run this, I guess. Is this Taurus? So I can run Wand of Stars then. I'm just gonna run a quick kill catcher steam. I just double cast it. And hope they don't have barrier. I think it was... No, that's Spirit Walker. Where's the Taurus hero class? Which I completely forgot its name. It's one of those you basically never use unless you're using a 4x Taurus team. It's in here somewhere. Where is it? Shaman. Aha, I found it. And I'll just go double brown because everything else on the team is so brown heavy. It should be fine. It's not great, but it should get the job done. They're using that one Immortal. It doesn't do enough damage though, does it? I don't know, it's not bad. Okay, maybe I should just build around Immortal Requia. It's basically doing the same premise of what we're already doing though. Double cast to win. Alright, maybe it's gonna be triple cast to win. Okay, maybe I should just roll with her. I don't know, it doesn't look like she does that much damage though. Like she casted and didn't get a single kill. The problem is as Taurus takes damage, he also loses a lot of his damage potential. Maybe I run that with like Essence of Evil or something. The problem is they have double stats, which is kind of annoying. Alright, let me try with the Immortal. What's every Immortal we have here? Alright, you do nothing, right? Light Splash to 4 different enemies. Oh no. Wait, never mind, this is the right location. Wait, he does more damage than her. Right. Yeah, give me him then. Give me that. Get rid of hero class. Give me like, give me like mech. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's run it like this. I just hope he's enough damage. Yeah, that should be fine now. Oh, speaking of verse gnome. Alright, what's our follow-up? She doesn't even have a follow-up. Yeah, why would you use her over him? He seems so much better. Oh, he's using Ferocity to try to boost it. That's kind of funny. Wait, does that though? No, it doesn't boost him. It only boosts Tauruses, and he's not a Taurus. I guess he's just trying to do it to boost themselves. Because if that boosted the Immortal, that'd be kind of scary. It doesn't though. At least not here, not this restriction. Because I keep wanting to click a target, I keep forgetting. Let's click a gem. And then it explodes like 5 of that gem or something. But it does make things a lot easier, that's for sure. We're about to gain a level. Ooh. Oh, so are we getting really close to level 2000? What are we at right now? We're at level 1983. We're about to be 1983. Which means we only got 17 levels to go. We were joking earlier we should try to get 2025 and 2025. At current rate, I'm not sure we're going to make it. We're definitely going to hit 2000 by the end of the year, 100%. I'm just not sure if we're going to reach 2025 and 2025. May have to hit 2026 and 2026. Oh no, my damage source just died. We're in a normal battle, right? I guess retreat. Oh, that's a scary amount of damage. There's not much we can do about that. Due to it doing double the red, it's pretty much always going to one-shot us. Not really much counterplay to that. I then hope it doesn't hit our main thing. Actually, that would be a pretty interesting positive stats effect if they ever reworked how stealthy works. To make it so if everything on your team is stealthy, the single target thing can no longer hit anything. But imagine if there was a stats effect that just gave you the effect of stealthy. And then when you attack out of it, you obviously drop your stealthy. Does that be a fun mechanic? It wouldn't be the strongest positive stats effect, but it'd definitely be an interesting one. Especially if they ever buff stealthy to make it so 4 stealthies results in no single target damage. Because right now, if you have 4 stealthy, it's the equivalent of having 0 stealthy. Which is really, really bad. But if 4 stealthy was ever buffed so that you can't target anything if you're doing a single target, then 4 stealthy would actually become viable. And a stats effect of such would actually be among, maybe not the strongest in the game, but definitely pretty strong. Would have been a great Zolgoth counter back in the day. Not like he's not used anymore, but you know, he's used a lot less these days. Compared to like AoE spam and everything. Alright, so that should be every daily then. Well, not counting Underworld, which we always skip. But PvP is already ready to go. We actually have an hour booster too. Honestly, I might go use it. I'll use it right now. You know what? We are. Let's go for an hour. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to go use it real quick. Where is it? Yeah, claim. Claim. 3, 4. Alright, we're locked in for an hour. I guess we'll throw a Palooza for one of them as well. Alright, let me go grab all my PvP rating. So we get our hour of boost there as well. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, let's go throw one Palooza right now. And then we'll probably spam Explore 12 for the rest of the time. I don't have the Ironhawk team set up, but that's fine. Alright, there we go. Should be good to go now. Hey, let me go hand out another code as well. I'll hand out another one after this Palooza. There you guys go, enjoy. Yep, there's our level up. Nice. Wish that would have happened slightly beforehand, but we'll take it. 17 levels to go for the mighty level 2000. It's still kind of crazy that some people are over 3,000 now, though. We're about to get our 2,000 in the next few months. Or several months. And then there's going to be like the 100th person already getting their 3,000th level. If not more. Oh, excuse me. Gosh. Actually not sure how many people there are over level 3,000 these days. I wouldn't say the number is a lot, but it's definitely a lot higher than you think it would be. Like 100 might even be lowballing it. Okay, after this Palooza, we'll probably spend the rest of the time in Explore 12 for the rest of the hour booster. Try to utilize some of that gold boost that it has. Hello, Nightmare! Welcome, welcome. As Explore 12 is a lot of gold per hour. With the double booster, it's close to 2 million with everything else we have. Like it's almost 2 million gold an hour. I said hello, Paul. Welcome, welcome, Hobos Wall. How goes the metal hunt? Pretty good. Haven't started too much of it yet. Right now we're just doing dailies at Palooza. But after this we'll spend like 45 minutes straight just doing nothing but Explore 12 pretty much. Unless we throw another Palooza in there. We do get some tokens while doing Palooza, but obviously a lot less compared to Explore 12. But yeah, we're getting there. Not sure if I'll make it by the end of the weekend, but I sure hope to. We need enough to upgrade 8 troops, which should be doable. Because pretty much every hour you get enough to upgrade, like, what, 1? Roughly 1. Because the ones we need to upgrade are, like, epic and above. Because we already did all the low rarity ones. So we mostly need, like, epic and legendary medals. Question. It's been a lot easier to farm since all the new troops and such. Wait, what's the question part? But yeah, this is basically the quickest team to ever exist in the game. Then the triple Ironhawk Dust Devil team. It's even quicker than the OG Dust Devil team that got nerfed back in the day. Like literally when we started making videos, like 8-9 years ago, whatever it was. Literally the day we started covering the weekly video was the day Dust Devil got nerfed. Then 5 years later they brought it back with Ironhawk. And the only reason they didn't nerf that is because it requires 2 or 3 mythics on a team. Whereas before it just required like 2 Dust Devils to be on your team. Which is only a rare. And now it requires 2 to 3 mythics, so it kind of balances out. Because even though it's still just as broken as it was back in the day, it requires, you know, high rarity stuff. Rather than stuff you can get within your, like, first week of playing. So the team is just as strong as it used to be, but it's a lot harder to obtain than it was. But it still effectively does what it does back in the day. Which is win basically instantly. Someone asked you if there are still any autoplay teams. Kind of. The problem with autoplay is it is so quick to win these days that by the time you set up autoplay, you could have pretty much already won the battle. Because you have to set it up every single fight. And between that and the 1.5 times speed, it's normally just better to, you know, manually play it into ever use autoplay. Now, if they ever added autoplay for treasure hunt or something similar, that'd be really nice. But in pretty much every location where you can use autoplay, the time to win is just already so quick. That's almost longer to click autoplay than it is to just win the battle. But if you're looking for autoplay teams, anything goblin related is generally pretty solid. Like with like truffle spam and stuff like that. Anything that puts a lot of gems on the board while having auto extra turn, as it makes the AI less likely to take skull, while also infinite looping into itself. Because Forest Troll double truffle into Hero with Greenstorm tends to do it pretty well. Oh yeah, doing a Cedric heavy team could be good too. The problem with Cedric is the AI will try casting it, but it does give you a lot of extra gold per battle. You know, any big issue with a Cedric team under AI control is they're going to try casting it the second they have mana. Like the second Cedric gets full mana. Yeah, as long as it's good enough to win, it's kind of fine with the autoplay. Because if it takes them a minute, but you get maximum amount of gold, it's fine. Well, the problem with that is it's going to take them like a solid minute to go win. But I guess it beats nothing at all. I still wish autoplay would stay on. I think that's like the main thing keeping me from ever using autoplay. The fact that you have to reset it every battle just feels so annoying. Like if you had to go into the next battle, that's fine. But the fact that you can't just keep autoplay on from battle to battle to battle just seems really weird. Yeah, that's the clunkiest thing with using it, is having to remember to go switch it every single time. There's no toggle button to keep it on. If they ever did add that, I probably would start using it a bit. But normally when building a resource team, you want to either double up on soul or double up on gold. Normally because your damage source is a boost ratio based on one or the other. Either the soul AoE guy or that really hard-hitting gold one that you were mentioning earlier. You generally don't mix and match them, as you'd get more value just from doing half and half. Like half of the pure gold team and half of the pure soul team, rather than doing a mixed team the whole time. As hello, Ron. Welcome, welcome. The only exception to that being if you don't have enough troops to do it otherwise. Like if your soul team only has one Fierce Raw, then maybe you might want to put a Cedric on it. It's really easy to get multiple Cedrics, though. Like, if you literally just grind anytime this weekend during the Vault weekend, you're pretty much going to have 3 of them pretty easily. Nice, Ron. Hope you had a good dinner. Yeah, I just ended up eating 2. You're asking because the person is the lowest level than you. So we were trying to help them. They don't have same dragon fast troops. So we're just curious. The easiest way to go get a team that can autoplay is go to Amethrax in Underworld and go throw a bunch of Chaos Shards there. Any team that uses double truffle is so free for just autoplay, as the AI is really good at controlling it. Because there's so few ways you could really mess it up. And you can get it pretty quickly, within like a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 shards there. Because that team you can build like the first week you're playing the game. Like a double triple truffle team with like hero in front. So you get class XP from it. That Palooza's over. Alright, restore booster. Let's go to Explore 12. Put it in Sword's Edge, I guess. We're just going to quick kill it with double cast flower. You officially here does not in chat. All good, all good. But if you're just looking to build a quick autoplay team, throwing Chaos Shards at Amethrax gets you a team within like a week. Yeah, it is more beneficial to build a team to do souls or gold. But if you're just looking to compose a team, it's really, really quick. And you still get your class XP, you still get your tokens, your medals, everything else. Your trait stones that actually matter in early game. Because that's a factor too when you're first starting out. You actually have to farm trait stones. Something mid-game and end-game players never need to do ever. But in early game, you actually have to go out of your way to farm trait stones. Oh gosh, this guy's an infinite reduction. I forgot about him. Let me not do here. Oh, and Anu, nice. That's the one I actually need. Anu and the purple ones, like the big two ones we're looking for. Oh no, where's the location that isn't that annoying? Let me go to Blackhawk. Blackhawk's not that bad. Let me go reset it back to 12. This used to be a location where you could run Explore 1. Normal Dust Devil team can't do it anymore. I think it got 1 or 2 troops to have a high enough durability to survive. So it's not viable as like a Center Mirage alternative. I think the only 3 that are still like that is Drock Zoom, Center Mirage, and Wild Plains. It used to be this Kingdom 2, but it got a Trooper 2 that can now survive the hit. Yeah, Norbert's turnip with truffles is really good. Or with any goblin team. But yeah, it's, you pretty much shouldn't leave this week without it. Anyone who hasn't gotten Norbert's turnip yet from Soulforge, 100% do not leave this week without it. If you don't have the resources for it, it's Vault Weekend, so you can just grind it infinitely. And just get all the Jewel Gnomes you need for it. Oh, there's the verse 3 we need! That is the verse we need. Very nice. Don't you dare run away. It's like one of the main things we're looking for, other than the trait stones we need. As far as from the Palooza itself, is like the main thing we're looking for. Very nice. Well, the Palooza we ran's already refunded. I need a curse to go get rid of that. Oh, this kingdom has a bunch of those annoying troops that get submerged on, I probably shouldn't do it here then. This location has a bunch of submerge on damage troops. I don't know, where do I even want to do Explore 12 these days? I feel like every location has at least one really bad option that you would never want to be up against in Explore 12. Even the ones that weren't as bad still have some awful ones over time. But I feel like Drock Zoom's not that bad. Though it could just be because I'm remembering it on Explore 1. Oh, I have it to Explore 11 right now because it's something I was testing earlier. It was back when we were initially testing Flower Dragon. Oops, I was almost going to run away. Even that verse 2. At this point, I might as well just finish the Explore 11 and then do an Explore 12. We're already so deep into it, might as well finish it. Let's go head out another code 2. I meant to do that after the Palooza. Here you guys go. Probably hand out another 2 in a little bit. Yeah, we'll be streaming Vault Event all this weekend. Probably for a pretty standard amount of time each night, though. They do want to finish the rest of this booster. I think we have like 40 minutes left? 30, 40. Yeah, pretty much every Explore 12 has at least one annoying thing in it. There's pretty much not a kingdom that has 0 of them. There's always at least something for some team. Either some kind of immunity, some kind of resummon, some kind of just annoying mechanic in general. There's not really a location with 0 of them, it's just which ones do you want to have to deal with. But I would love to see a higher Explore level. Enough power creep has been added to the game since Explore 12 was originally introduced. Because gosh, how long is Explore 12? I want to say 2017 or 2018. We've hit a lot of power creep in 7 years. I hope if they ever extend with more tokens and stuff like that, that they add like an Explore 15 or Explore 20 or whatever they end up increasing it to. That's something I'm really surprised they've never done in the history of it. They, not counting the one event medal, we have never gotten a new equipable medal ever. And I was really hoping we would get more over time. Like, at least like one a year. It's been like 7 years now. No, those were added in 2019. So it's been 6 years now. We still haven't gotten a single one. Oh wait, is that when Explore 12 came out too? Because I know for sure medals came out in 2019. Like the thing we're trying to farm right now. Yeah, you still can't one-shot Explore 12. You can, but the team is slower than just running this. As fun as it is to do with the Fairy Fire Dragon, it is less consistent to just double casting Flower Dragon or double casting Stellarix. Yeah, the main thing that made one-shotting viable is Mist Mother when it came in, what was that, February? Like a couple months ago. It's relatively recent. Giving that blue pet food. Yeah, prior to getting every single hero class max, you do have to try to shovel in hero to like every team you ever do. It's probably the most satisfying feeling in the entire game, honestly, when you finally have every class level 100. Because then you don't have to feel guilty about running a team with no hero. Or with running whatever hero class you want. Because prior to that, anytime you're not running a hero class that you need EXP on is just wasted EXP. But then once you have it, you can just run whatever the strongest hero class is and or no hero class at all. Because oddly enough, that's generally when you gain like one of the biggest power spikes in the game. Not necessarily a specific mythic or a specific troop or a specific team. But when you have the ability to literally run whatever hero class you want on a team and or no hero class at all. Because there's a lot of teams that need a very specific class and or none. Including this one. Like obviously you could run this team with one less Pharaoh. But it's way slower with one less Pharaoh. At that point you might as well just run Leprechaun there. Which will still win quickly, just not as quick. Because if you want to put hero on this team, you basically got to replace one of these with Wand of Stars, and then the other one with Leprechaun. It would still win quickly, it would just be slightly slower. Yeah, I remember when Hero was just bad. There was a point when no one ran Hero just because Hero was so weak. And then also a point where Hero was so strong that you were basically trolling if you didn't have it on your team. Now it's kind of in a nice in-between. Where Hero is still really strong, but power creep has hit other troops so hard that sometimes you don't run it. So they kind of found a nice balance with it, even though it's not balanced at all. At least bounce to what it used to be. Because at one point it was pointless to run hero, then it was always like way too broken to run hero. And now it's in an in-between where sometimes you run it, sometimes you don't. It's still absurdly broken. It has never gotten unbroken, it's just other things have gotten more broken than hero. In some team contexts. Nice spread is one that we need as well. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to stack up all of our tokens and then spend them all on Monday. Or maybe on Sunday just to see where our progress is. We'll see. But I kind of want to spend all the tokens we get this weekend all at once. Rather than doing it like day by day. I just want to do one mega upgrade and go all the way there ideally. So either at the end of Sunday stream or on Monday stream we'll go and dump them all. And hopefully get our permanent +1 attack. And by hopefully I mean we definitely are. Even if I have to set aside all of Sunday to go do it. Because I do not want to leave this weekend without it upgraded. Yeah, there's a handful of really good hero classes. Elementalists, Mechanists, Archmages, and a few of the utilities here and there depending on what you need for a team. But those are generally the main few. Though of all the hero classes, I would say about 60% of them are usable. It's just a lot of them are really niche. Maybe even 70% or 80%. Which is some of them you would only use for like a single event week. Or in a very, very specific team type. Like, for example, the Merlantis hero class is only used in like 4 times Merlantis team. Or 4 times Merfolk team. And in that context, it's decent. But outside of it, you would never really use it over like Frost Mage or anything else. You're close to your 21st and 22nd max kingdoms? Nice. I have no clue what my count is at these days. I think it's around 12-ish, 13-ish, 14-ish. I don't really buy deep books though. Or, you know, with money. Aside from the season pass, I've never actually bought any deep books. Aside from the $10 season pass every season. Which I guess is technically 3 deep books every time. Which is not true. Whenever they have a kingdom rework, I generally buy that as well. Which I think also has 3 in it. But whenever they have like a money offer for deed books, I never go for it. I expect way too much money for it. Like the average deed book is like several dollars. Like how much is it when you get the other event? I think you get like 14 for 50 bucks. Which is way too expensive. They're like $3 each. There's so much money. Which are more than $3 each. That's like 3 point something. Almost 4. But it's just way too much for them. Depending on the offer, they want anywhere from like $3.50 to like $7.50 each for them. Which is way too expensive for something that you can get just from doing a little bit of PvP. That or a lot of Explore 12 if you get a bunch of merchant offers for it. Which I'm actually surprised. We haven't seen a single one all this stream yet. A merchant offer for deeds. Which of course 50 of them becomes a deed book then. But hello Imperial! Welcome, welcome. All has been well. Yeah, Frost Mage has always been pretty decent. Not only is the bonus for the kingdom pretty much pure magic, but it has nice variety of utility. And what's it called is kind of similar to Melantis one, the Tidecaller. It's just heavier on Submerge rather than on Freeze. The biggest downside of it is it's not as good at casting compared to Frost Mage that has natural 50% Mana Star and Arcane. Oh, we were just talking about it. I was hoping we'd get deed books there, or deeds, I mean. I'm not sure why. We haven't gotten a single deed or Imperial offer all day yet. Obviously, we haven't been doing it like an exceedingly high amount of time, but still. Not a single one yet. Also, no Angel yet today either. I wonder what their next big money grab will be once people start maxing like every kingdom. Because that is by far the most expensive thing, especially if you expedite it with money. But luckily it's all earnable over time. Oh, our first initiative tonight. Nice. Unfortunately, they're not as fancy as they used to be. The main thing you use niches for is actually the exact opposite of what you used to use it for. Before we had those upgrade medals, the main thing you would use niches for is, well, of course, just a mythic. But now you just use the tokens for it. So the best thing to actually end up using all your niches for is the final trait of a legendary. Which is kind of funny because you used to use 3 Anus for the first trait of a mythic. But ever since the orbs, it's now the other way around. Where you should now use 1 Nisha for the final perk of a legendary, rather than 3 Anus for the first perk of a mythic. Because the first perk of a mythic is so free to get with those orbs. Whereas now the hardest thing to do is the 3 Anus you need for a legend. Which is way better just to throw 1 Nisha on. Because you basically don't need any Nishas for anything other than legends now. You should pretty much only use them exclusively on the final trait of legends. Due to mythics basically being completely covered with the new orb system. Oh, so it's kind of funny. I was 1 damage short during the video earlier today. I actually technically could have given the guy 1 extra magic. He's a striker, so I think he gains up to, like, what, 3 extra magic or 4 extra magic, whatever it is. And I could have actually given it to him because I could have given him his bronze level and I didn't. I forgot to. I don't think it would have been worth maxing, but I have so many of those that it would have been free to give him the bronze. Honestly, I have so many, it would almost be free just to go and max him too. We have enough of them that it wouldn't really matter that much. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm using bronze on legendaries as well. Like every mythic bronze, every legendary bronze. Or I think we almost have every legend bronze if I didn't already. How much time do we have on our booster? Should still be like 15-20 minutes or so. Let's go double check where we're at. We're at 22 minutes in tribute trade. Good thing I checked. Yeah, let's keep going. Up, wrong kingdom though. Up, wrong kingdom again. I'll eventually click the right location. I have to keep going. We need those tokens. Hopefully find some gnomes along the way. I know, we got exactly 69 shards left. So the short system for Explorer has always been kind of weird. It's one of the few currencies in the game that you actually earn through the game mode, but it's not actually in any other screen, I don't believe. It's only in the game mode screen. It's basically just a progress bar towards your next, you know, your next, like, boss explorer thing. Like, it's a currency in a very loose sense. Since it gets auto-spent the second you go and do a higher level explorer. It's more so just a progress bar that can go over 100%. There are ways to technically farm thousands of it. It requires you to constantly retreat from the battle, though. Hey, our first mimic of the night. Nice. Do we finally get our horde mimic? We're like 3-4 years dry on our second, or on our third one, I mean. Like, we should have had 3 within this time. Nah, we didn't get it. At least we got the Balrania. So it wasn't a complete miss. Oh, an angel. Oh, nothing. I guess Genial Knight's better than literally nothing, but pretty bad roll there. Though what kind of choice is that, though? Do you want this very weak treasure or this slightly better treasure? Not much of a choice there. Fortunately, both bad, but one of them obviously better than the other. Like, quite a margin. I think the ring's only like 10 or 50 speed. The lamp is 250. It's like at least 5 times better than it. That's not something I never really bother doing. Is upgrading the Underspire things to be really high level. Some people I think have actually capped the level on some of them. It requires an absurd amount of gold though. Like we're talking like a little under 1 billion gold. Like an absurdly high amount. Oh, we got a Mimic? Not even counting all the treasure you need. Which is like years of doing the dailies if you're not throwing any extra gems to expedite it. Once again, no 5 times, and we didn't even get a good roll there. No good Mimic rolls today. Well, I guess double Arania isn't awful. While you were trying to get the new Mythic, you also get Katara King and Prisoner Luther? Nice. Yeah, both of them are in drop table. Prisoner Luther has been since the week after the patch. And Katara King for about a month or two now. But that's one nice thing about the key system. They basically auto-allow you to catch up on everything. It's one of the reasons I've been skipping a lot of the faction weekend troops lately. Well, not just those, but also the, what's it called, Bounty Hunter? I still do the free Bounty Hunter battles, but I actually haven't been paying the 710 gems to go fully complete it. Because you're basically just paying for the max troop, which you can just get from keys later. Now, that's one of them's like absurdly decent, but most of them have been pretty average lately. A lot of them are just in the category of you put them on your bounty team for the one event and then never touch them again. Interesting, even with spell reduction we get through. As long as you don't have 50% spell reduction. 25% means absolutely nothing to Flower Dragon. You pulled 8 of the new Mythic for 1 Katara King? Yeah. We were doing the ratio earlier. I forget what the exact math came out to. But I think it was somewhere around 5 Mythics is how many you would get on average. Obviously you could go over drop rate. But you would get about 5-ish Mythics on the way to getting 1 Katara King. If you were targeting any one specific legendary, like if you were going for like Tesla, or for Katara King, or any one specific legend in the game, yeah, you would get about 5 Mythics currently on your way to getting 1 targeted legend, which is actually kind of crazy. It's one of the reasons why I consider faction legends as lower rarity, but normal legends as higher rarity. Is you could easily go like 5 or 6 Mythics before you even get 1 targeted legend that you want. And if you want 2 of them, that's even more. Like if you want like a double Tesla team. Of course you would get a ton of other stuff along the way, including like 10 Mythics. But you know, if you were specifically going for that one thing, it would take quite a bit of keys. Ooh, nice Tyrion. Yeah, generally when you want to go for stuff like that, that's normally why you'll want to wait for the Y drop table. Otherwise you're just going to get spammed with whatever the new legend is, or the new mythic. Because the new mythic that came out today is going to be available all the way until Friday reset time of next week. So basically all the way until the end of Thursday. So it's best not to be opening Glory Gym Guild or VIP chests if you don't want it, or if you already have your 1 copy of it. As otherwise, every mythic roll you get is just going to get wasted. Oh, come on. We're 1 shard short. No. How could you do this to us? Alright, let me go ahead and another code. We'll hand out one more near the end as well. I think we have like 10-15 minutes, however much is on the timer. But we'll continue to grind this week. Do a bit off stream. Do our normal bit at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every night for the next 3 days. Well, technically 2 days because of the event, but you know, we'll be doing it on Monday too for all the weekly stuff. I don't think there's that much going on next week though, is there? Yeah, next week is probably the dullest week we have all month as far as things happening. Because Tower of Doom's weapon is pretty meh. I don't know, maybe the Bounty Hunter troop is good. I haven't looked at it yet. But otherwise, next week's the dullest week we have this month. But then afterwards, we have the most impactful week of the month. The Guild War plus Summer Event week. Where both the Summer Event is going to be starting as well as the Dwarf Guild War on that Thursday. So we're going to have the dullest week of the month right next to the most active week of the month. In the next 2 weeks. But they really got to get better at piecing events. They just absolutely love doing that. Having like 1 or 2 completely dead weeks, but then having 1 or 2 weeks that just have literally every single thing that's going to be happening for the next month all in that 1 week. Which is pretty much the Guild War week coming up. Because what would have made the most sense is if the Summer Event week started next week. That way the second week of it dipped into Guild War, but not the first week of it where you get everything. But instead they're just doing it all in the Guild War week. Oh, a double Arania without a double chest, nice. Which I think that's our first one tonight. Because every time we got it was in a double chest, not in just a normal chest. But yeah, any grinds I need to get done, I want to try getting it done this weekend. Like any grinds we want to do for the rest of this month. I want to try getting it all in now. But it's Explore 12-1 being the main one I want to complete. Then I guess technically our PvP rating. I want to make sure we get to 20,000 today. Or not today, but by the end of this weekend. Let me double check. How close are we to that? Oh, we got 10 minutes left. Not what I wanted. I wanted PvP. How close are we to... Okay, I need 3,000 more PvP points in the next 2 days. That should be pretty easy to do. That will allow us to start buying deep books again. Because of course the PvP rating got reset last week. And we still haven't re-earned our 20,000 yet. But that should be really easy to do within the next day or 2. It is basically like less than an hour of PvP. It's like half an hour. Almost the dailies alone would get us there. Oh, I need to donate gold to the guild. Thank you, Dark Master. I forgot. I'll go do extra then. Especially since we're grinding so much. I think we'll even throw 5 million. It's Vault Weekend. We're going to have so much gold this weekend. Hey, let me go dump 5 million. Oh yeah, we still need 2 people, by the way, if anyone's interested in joining the guild. Let me go drop 5. Claim over seals. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's see what we get from this. Anything good? We get... That's not it. We get some stuff. Some of these are redeem codes. I'll just claim it all at once. I wonder if this was a level up bonus from earlier. I never even claimed earlier. There we go. Pretty average. Alright, let's go use our last 8 minutes. Okay, what we're doing right now with the booster is like almost 2 million gold an hour. If we were like fully focused. And normally it should be about 1 million since we won't have double gold, of course. Which is still quite a lot. About 1 million gold an hour, give or take a little. Generally take a little. Because we'll slow down, do other stuff. Oh, back to back. Unfortunately, it's the one I need the least. Hey, I'll take the back to back. Can we get the triple? Hey, come on, show us the Mimic. Let's see one more Mimic. You know you want to. It's like 1 in 10 chance. Nope. Triple Orpheus. Not quite what we need. We're mostly looking for purple and above. Well, I guess 3 of the blue one we can use for the first trait of a epic. So I guess blues are fine. Basically blue and above. Anything less than that we can't really use for anything that we need right now. You have to be blue or above. Like ultra rare above. Anything less than an Orpheus is basically just dead. There are still a few kingdoms where we can throw a little bit of it down. But all of our current goals for upgrading kingdoms all require the higher ones. I was trying to see if we had a cascade. Up. So let me go ahead at the final code as well. Because I think we're getting down to the final minutes. Dun dun dun. Oh, so we're still in the May codes, by the way. We finally reached the May codes, though. As we're already in June. As of this stream, we started dipping into May codes. We're still slightly behind on codes. We'll catch up eventually. Brighter Shore set us back a bit. Back when we were doing it like every day for like 4 months. Really sad to see that game didn't get more traction. Because I still really enjoyed it. Still do. I still keep up the dailies for it and everything. Hopefully it'll be like a fully finished, fleshed out game in the next year or two. I do plan to revisit that at some point. Hey, finally! Purple deed books. Or deeds, I mean. Which will eventually become deed books. Nice, nice. They do exist. This entire stream, that is the first deed offer we've had this entire time. At least it was the best one. Well, technically the best one is Ritz. Oh no, that one's kind of good too. You get one more deed than if it was a Rit. But it costs gems instead of free. And by free, I mean gold. Useless purple. Wait, have you upgraded literally every purple kingdom or just all the magic purple kingdoms? But have you actually maxed out literally every purple kingdom? Including non-magic? Like Elvania for 1 HP and whatever else there are. Well, technically 2 HP. Because there are purple kingdoms that aren't magic. Obviously the magic ones are the most useful ones though. But there's like 1, 2, or 3 other ones that are other bonuses. But obviously the magic ones are highest priority. Nice, another Rainia. Okay, we got 1 minute left. Go, go, go. We can get through like one more set. I guess I'll do 2 more just so we can go get one more chest. So we'll go until we get 1 more chest, whatever it is then. Which is 2 more sets of Explore. See if we get 1 last Mimic or something. Also go check to see where our token counts are at. Because I think they're still pretty low. I plan to fix that this weekend. Between on-stream and off-stream. As I ideally do not want to leave this weekend without a 30-star Blackhawk. As well as working somewhat towards Bladed Lands as well. We're still like months upon months away from having enough purple deed books, but you know, it could come out of nowhere if we get really lucky on like deed books from PvP. In theory, we could have it in a month if we got like perfect RNG on Guild War deed books. It's very unlikely because it's a 1 in 6 chance every time, assuming they're evenly weighted, which they should be. But you never know. 1 in 6 is not likely, but there is a very, 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 very absurdly small chance you roll like 10 to 15 of them in a row. Realistically, by the end of the year, we should have it. Our final Magic Kingdom max. Hey, verse 2. That's the one I need the second most. Unfortunately, not the most, though. Which I think this whole stream we only got 1 verse 3, which is the one we need the most. Oh, another back-to-back verse gnome, though. Not the exact ones we need, but still great to see, just to make sure we don't fall behind on them. Actually, that's something I think I've never done. Have any of you gotten it before? Getting all 4 verses in a row. I don't think I've ever done that. I think I've done a triple before, but never all 4. Like in any particular order, getting verse 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not necessarily in 1, 2, 3, 4 order, but you know, back to back still. Like 1, 3, 2, 4, or something similar. Okay, I've never gone a full set back to back to back to back. I've gone 3 different ones in a row, but never 4. That'd be so absurdly lucky. Alright, unless we get a Mimic here, I think this is our final battle for now. Until tomorrow. I do want to go check our medals before we end, though. just to see where we're at. Nope, no Mimic. Nice! And Anu all the way at the end, though. Yeah, what are our totals looking like? That's not how you check. Where's our totals looking like? Not good. I got one Anu left because the other one's equipped. 6 and 6 here. That's enough for like 2 troops. 9 of these, which we can do for like 2 of their first levels. Yeah, we have enough at most to upgrade 2 troops. I can upgrade 2 epics with what we have here. And that is it. That's not ideal. These 2 don't matter because everything I need to upgrade is too high a rarity compared to them. And I don't have enough Anus to go do another legendary. Because I would still need 3 and then do the Nisha for the final one. I also want to use 3 epics for the first. But it would likely be 1 Anu, 2 Anu, then a Nisha. But I currently only have 1. Well, technically 2. But the other one I need to keep, of course. But, yeah, we need more. We need a lot more. We need a lot more. Because we need to be able to upgrade 8. And at most right now, we could upgrade 2. So we got a lot of grinding we still got to do. This is what we need to upgrade. Let me go double check the rarities. Maybe there were some that were still ultra rare. Where's base rarity? There it is. Show all. Let me double check. Let's see. Okay, there are some ultra rares left. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, wait. There's actually a lot of ultra rares left. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. That's going to be huge. There's 7 ultra rares we could go for. Is there any mythic we haven't upgraded? Is this bronze? I think it is. It's so hard to tell. Wait, this is only bronze. Same as you. So I could technically upgrade these 2 mythics because we have the material to do so. And then do every ultra rare, and then we would only have to upgrade 1 more. Because if I counted correctly, that should be 9. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not you 2, these 2. And then maybe we do like 1 legend as well. I just need a double Anu into a so I just need 1 more Anu medal then. Because I could just do a double Anu into a Nisha. So yeah, we're actually not that far then. We're actually relatively close. Because we max this guy with orbs, we max this guy with orbs. This guy's already orbed on his first trait, but then we go give him, maybe not him, I'm not sure which one we do here. Maybe I'll even do Captain McCall, we'll see. But one of these legends, we go and do a double Anu and then throw a Nisha on them. Which means we just need 1 Anu for that. And then the only thing we really need is all the rares and ultra rares to go do the ultra rares then. Using epics for the final perk if we want. So yeah, we're actually a lot closer than it seems then. Because that means I only need 7 epics. And I have 6 right now. Okay, so yeah, wait, we're actually really close then. I thought we were way further. It seems like we are. Because I can use 3 of these, which means I just need 1 more of these. Which means I just need literally 1 Arania then. Oh no, not 1 Arania. No, I actually need a full set. So I need 9 more Aranias then. Or no, 7 more Aranias. Medal of Orpheus. How many of those would I need? This is probably the one I need the most of then. Because the first perk is this, which I have enough for. No, I don't. Yeah, so oddly enough, I actually need these 2 then. Because the 7 Aranias shouldn't be that bad. The 1 Anu, which is 7. So yeah, I need 7 Anus, 7 Aranias. The 7 Anu obviously being the harder part. Orpheus, we would need 2 each. There's 7 of them, so I would need 14, though I need to have 3 spears, so I would need 17 of these. Full medals. I have 19 currently. Or 9, I mean. And in this, I would need 3 per each if we want to do it that way. And I don't really need to keep spears of these. But that would mean I would need at least 21. Technically 24 if we want to keep 3 spear. Unless we want to offset it with Orpheus or whatever else we want to do. As 1 single Orpheus counts as 3 of these. But yeah, we still got a bit of grinding to go, but it's not as far as I thought. Because all the higher rarity stuff, yeah, we can just finish that off with the orbs like the mythics. But anyways, guys, more about that the next 2 days. That's what the next 2 days of grinding's for. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful Vault Event weekend, wonderful weekend in general. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll go from there. Hope you all enjoy your weekend, and I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.